Hello everybody, it's Jack here. Welcome back to another speed build on Minecraft. And today I thought, I was really excited for this update for Minecraft. So I decided to just go ahead and make it like a little cherry blossom cottage-y type of thing. Named a little big for a cottage. But you know what, that's fine. We're not going to pay too much attention to that. So I start off this build like I started in the other. And I start with like a basic outline of what I want this place to look like. I wanted to have like a little a little princess towery thing in one of the corners, so I started off there, and I sort of lined everything up from that. And I thought the back was a little boring being completely straight across like that, so I added a little shape to it. And then I decided to try to figure out where windows are going to go and where I'm going to have it be like a filled-in wall. Of course, I am using the cherry blossom wood, and for this moment, I did replace the tower with just cherry blossom logs, but that might change later. Ooh, who knows? But now I'm just trying to like get the frame out done for this area, and I kind of wanted to add like a little overhead porchy area here. So that's kind of what this is trying to do. So that's kind of what I was going for there. And I built this house in kind of a really weird order. So I kind of like do part of the roof, and then I do like part of the downstairs. Then I'm trying to add like a little like window in the top here that I think would be cute. And so I try to work on that, try to get a placement for it. Then I add like a little roofy bit. I kind of think that's cute. And then I continuing on with trying to build the roof. And I said I kind of like do this in a weird way. I do like part of the roof, like part of the wall. I kind of like swap up how I'm doing it. And I actually really like the way this roof came out. I'm not very good at building roofs, I don't think, in my personal opinion. So I'm actually really quite happy with how this came out. It kind of has like a lot of texture to it, a lot of different it has a lot of depth, I guess I should say. It has a lot of depth in the roof, and I think it turned out pretty dang good. And here I am, I'm teeing up the tower. At this point in time, I thought of this little tower thing as being like a log growing out of the side of the house. But it was just too dark and it just didn't look right. I liked the idea, but I just didn't like how I incorporated it here. So I just decided to go on and build like a basic little tower, same sort of blocks as the house, connect the roof up to it, and you know, make part of it have like solid blocks. And I decided it was a little too short for the first layer, so I just scooched that up. And then I'm deciding to move on and go ahead and do the roof for the tower. Because if I can't get the roof right, I'm getting rid of it entirely. So I do that, and I get distracted. I go ahead and I try to like fix up this roof a little bit, make sure I can connect it correctly to this towery area. And I kind of like how there's like the little roof block that separates these stairs. You see that? I kind of like how I did the brick there to separate the stairs and everything. I think that actually looks really cool, and I really like it. And I connected up to the little other like front roofy bit thing. And I'm going to finish off the main house roof right here with this. And with that, it is all done. And it looks pretty good. And now I'm moving on to finishing off the tower's roof. As I said, if I can't do this right, the tower's just is going. So I kind of like do this little like bit where I do stairs, a block, and it turned out really cute. I actually really like that. That's probably one of the best roofs I've done on a tower. And now I'm just going to finish adding the windows and the like contrasting walls, I guess. And I just finished that up. I'm doing the other side's little porchy covered thing. I'm finishing that up, connecting it up to the roof, which is pretty simple. I use a couple stairs, I use some slabs, just connect it all up. And then of course to add some depth, I'm using more stairs slab to overlay it for here, and I made the little mud brick entry with stairs as well to give it sort of a rounded archway feel. I'm filling in the top of the stairs as like little bases with some mud bricks for the moment while I debate what I'm going to do up there. Then I decide to move on to downstairs. I'm going to use the bamboo block as the flooring, and I really like this bamboo block. I think it looks great. I love it as a flooring. And then I'll immediately move on and go in and we'll do the kitchen, which I was really excited for. So I want to try to play around, do like a new type of kitchen idea with like little cabinets and everything. So I go ahead, I scooch over the window just so my kitchen looks nicer. I'm using like little trap doors to mimic like, I don't know, open cabinet idea. And so I'm trying to like figure out how that's gonna look with these barrels in the corner. I decided to add in the light using levers and some end rods, I think they're called. End rods, yes. And like a little stove smoke thing. I can't remember what that's called off the top of my head. And I'm using some diorite stairs to make the little like drawer knobs. Just to kind of look like little hearts. I really like that. I'm using the new torch flowers in the pot and adding in some candles, a sink, and some bookshelves to try to finish off all the vibes. I added in some walls to try and make it look like, you know, the kitchen's a little closed off from everything. I mess us with the windows again to try add in like curtains, because I always like the idea, but I never do. So I don't do that. I add these bookshelves here to try and make it look like, you know how like when you have those things at the front door, they're like benches, but you put like your shoes in them? That's what I tried to go for there. I don't know if that came across. I'm scooching over this little wall here, and I'm going to build a little like computer desk nook out of the cherry blossom trapdoors. Use some barrels to make a little bitty computer. Add a chair, a mouse. I'm adding a chair using the cherry blossom trapdoors and a door. Add a little carpet. Add some more nice like bookshelves. I tried to debate how I want to do them. If I want to be lower, taller. I'm going to add like a line of the trapdoors as well. Just make it look like, again, it's part of the desk. I decided it looked stupid having 3 different stacks of books all going up to the ceiling. So I lowered to 1 and added like a little stair, as y'all saw. And here I am struggling with the stairs. So I decided the tower would hold the stairs going up into the bedroom. So that's kind of what I was trying to go for. And I think I did about 5 iterations of stairs. So I'm only going to show a few here because this took 2. Almost there. I have the right idea. I'm going crazy trying to do this stupid stairs. I hate stairs. I hate this. And there's live footage about when I started to lose my mind doing this. So, then I just tried to like do the stairs. This time I decided to go from the top down and see how that worked. That went better. And I'm adding in some little spruce fence. Yes, that's what it's called. Spruce fence for the stair guards, handles, whatever they're called. Those thingamabobs that are right there. So I tried to add a little light. I'm moving on to the upstairs itself. I had like a little closet. Once again, give it like little drawers. Add a bed, cherry block, some trapdoors. I added a little doggy bed here in the corner, which I really like, and a food bowl. And of course, we had the doggy. Look at him. Added a little carpet. One of the pots, which I really love. And I'm going to change the outside to be the stripped cherry blossom wood rather than the planks, so that way all my cherry blossom additions inside kind of contrast. And I decided that the way I rebuilt this inside was stupid. I was going to have it be rounded, and I was just going to shove the clock like in the corner. And I think that was much better. And then this also leaves me room to make a little couch. So I go ahead and do that. I decided this is a little too big, so I shrink it up by 1. And there we are. We have one cute little pink couch on the entryway. Then I am about done with the inside at this point, and I move right on outside to go and try terraform this land. So I terraformed this land a little bit. I made so the house actually has something to sit on, and I decided that it would be cute if there's like a little pond outside. So I go ahead and I try to work on a nice little shape for that, and I also make it so I can like waterfall down this big pit that I built my cherry blossom house by. And I think this looks great. Just you wait, look at it. And we're back in. Wait, there it is. Look at it. It looks great. I made it a little deeper. I added in some cobblestone for some texture in the water. I added in some soul sand. Try to give it a little bit of bubbles and everything. There we are. And I fill up all the water gaps. And I decided to add a little cobblestone outside of the pond as well. Just to bring that texture out a bit. And I added a little bit of moss all around, some moss carpet, some moss blocks and whatnot, all around the outside here. Just so that way it has that nice texture. And I added in a little bit of sugar cane and everything. A couple more bits of rock. And I decided I could add in these big flowers. I probably should have made them visible, but I decided I would hide them so I didn't know where to put them. And I wanted there to be a lot, so that way there would be like the cherry blossom particles and like the mossy particles. So I go for adding a little bit of grass into the pond. I understand seagrass doesn't make that much sense, but it's fine. And I added pitcher plants everywhere because I love pitcher plants so much. I own one. And y'all cannot stop me from placing a whole bunch of them around here. I decided to add in like a bunch of a little pathway spot right here underneath the like shade area with some gravel and some coarse dirt. I was going to use some compact mud blocks, but since I used a mud brick for the house, I didn't want them to like be like, you know, they looked really similar, so I didn't want to like, you know what I'm saying? It just looked too similar to do pathway. No, I think that would be do a pathway block. And I kind of do this little bushy fence line sort of deal, I guess. Where I just kind of like alternate azalea bushes and fence. And I do that all the way around the house except for this little underneath shaded bit. And then I replace some of the azalea bushes with some flowering ones to give it a little bit of pop. I then decided I needed like a tree at the front. But this tree, it wasn't doing it for me. I left it for the moment. But it really wasn't doing it for me. I kind of want this cottage to look like it's kind of been here for a while. It has like some vines growing off of it, so I added in a whole bunch of them. And I added some glowberries. So I thought that would kind of just like look like, once again, more vines and stuff just growing off of the house. And I thought that would look really cool. Make it look like it's been here for a long time. It's an old little cottage in the woods. And I added in some string just to try help, you know, just try to make sure the vines don't overgrow too much. And then I added in moss, and then I bone mealed it, so it kind of had other moss bits and grass and everything around, kind of, once again, make it look really grown in. Like, they don't like, do a lot of yard care, kind of just let the wildlife roam free and grow around here. And to push that even further, I also added in some bamboo-y little bits. I added in, like, a bunch of little spots of just, like, a whole bunch of bamboo grown in, just to give it some more texture and greenness all around. I added in one day I added another area. Then I was like, well, maybe one more just for a little bit of oomph. So I did. I went down into the back. I added some more bamboo. I hated this tree. I destroyed it. I touched up some vines in a couple other spots. And I added in more pitcher plants because you can't stop me. And I loved them. I loved them. Here they are. Look how cute. I added in this tree, and I like this tree a whole lot more, and it had a little beehive, which I thought was adorable. So I went ahead and added in another beehive. I added a couple little lily pads. I decided, after I contacted my friend Cree, because I was unsure about some of this build, and she suggested I used dark oak instead to give it a little bit more contrast than what the spruce was doing. So I replaced all this spruce with the dark oak, and it looks so much better. Thank you so much, Cree, for your help. She also suggested I change up floorings a little bit. So I changed down here. I tried a couple different things. You know, and she thought the copper kind of looked old and moldy. So I was like, yeah, I see that. So, and I hated this one. So I went back into the cherry, just the cherry wood. You know, that's kind of what I just went for. I added in the little bits of carpet. I changed this flooring from the staircase to be like the cherry wood as well. To kind of do a little bit of different, but also match everything. Then I finally head upstairs and I remove all of this floor, because this was the other floor she suggested I change up, was up here, so that it wasn't just the wall color. So I go up here and I change it to the just the plain logs once again. And I tried to make it so it didn't look weird downstairs, so I left like the one line of the bricks going around and the line of the cherry blossom wood going around, and then I filled in the rest of the middle with the wood itself, of the logs. And I think it looks fine from down there, but now I'm trying to figure out how I can make it look okay from up here. You know, so I need to keep those two blocks of mud blocks to keep it looking okay downstairs. So I just decided cover it up with carpet. Screw it, we'll just cover it up and it's good. And with that, it is done! Look at it! We have one cherry blossom cottage, and I am so happy with the way this turns out. It's so, like, overgrown green. It is pink. There's all these beautiful flowers everywhere, and I love it. I love all the foliage. Just look at it. And the green looks so nice with the pink. I love all the little parkles flowing around of the mossy ones and the little cherry blossom parkles. It's just so cute, and I love it. And I love the little pond that flows down on the big valley. The pitcher plants are they're just adorable. I love them. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, this speed build. So I really wanted to do this, so I thought I would make a video on it. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!